What's going on, YouTube? This is Mag Dog TV. We back with another one. Coach Prime has not only changed the landscape of Colorado football, he also has changed the culture. I will be ranking Coach Prime's Florida boys. We're going to talk about all that in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city I go. From Colorado to the bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know.
Once again, as I said before, shout out to some of my subscribers. In particular, one of my subscribers wanted me to make a video covering Coach Prime, Florida boys, as well as Texas boys, which I would do after this video. But in fact, Coach Prime is from Fort Myers, Florida. When he first took the job at Colorado, he said he was definitely going to bring in some guys from Florida. So I'm going to give you guys a very detailed video covering the Florida boys, and I'm going to rank them according to my rankings as far as how much they value for the 2024 season. So let's get right to it. Right now, you guys are looking at Jimmy Horn Jr. Jimmy Horn Jr., without a doubt, is my #1 guy from Florida. He's from Sanford, Florida, wide receiver, 5'10", 170, will be a senior for the upcoming seasons. One of the two buffs to play and start in every game during the 2023 season. Recorded 58 receptions, 567 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns for Colorado. Was second on the team in receptions, 58. Third in receiving yards, 567. Led Colorado in receiving touchdowns with 6. One of those guys that has great speed, great upside. Season and career high 11 receptions against TCU in his debut. A lot of Colorado buffs was a little hard on him as far as his career going, as far as last season, where they felt like he should have stepped it up a little bit. Got on, shout out to Reach the People Media, where he did do an interview with them, and he spoke about his expectations for the 2024 season. Been through a lot. As you guys know, his father is incarcerated, but that did not stop him from pursuing his goals and his dreams, and I feel like he's going to do very well. He threw first career passing touchdown, in fact, to Dylan Edwards, who's now playing for Kansas State. Absolutely love me some Jimmy Horn Jr., man. Very positive person, somebody that faces adversity, never let it get the best of him, and I have a lot of expectations for him. As you guys know, he did play at South Florida, where he played 23 games, registered 66 receptions, 959 yards, and he also recorded 4 receiving touchdowns. Next up, we have, you guys are looking at LaJohntay Wester. LaJohntay Wester is definitely another one of the favorite wide receivers that I have for the 2024 season. A complete dog from Palmetto, Florida, 5'11", 167 pounds. 247 Sports lists him with a transfer rating of 8,900 and number 192 player in the portal. He also was the number 35th wide receiver as of January 10th, 2023. In his debut as far as Florida Atlantic, he completely just destroyed it. 45 career games, recorded 252 receptions, 2,703 receiving yards, 21 touchdowns. Wester added 2 rushing and 1 punt return. What I love about Wester is his ability to play more than one thing. You can put him out the backfield. He can run bubble screens. He can play wide receiver, running back, special teams, runs very fast. I mean, he's definitely very electric. Has definitely had a great camp as of right now, as far as his spring camp, along with the summer camp. One of those guys I definitely have high expectations from. And as I said before, he's from Palmetto, Florida. So definitely be on the lookout for LaJohntay Wester, as I expect nothing but greatness from him. Played varsity football for head coach Rashad West at Palmetto High School in Florida. Versatile weapon as a dual threat. He also can play quarterback, believe it or not. The man is definitely the real deal. And he's the son of John and Laquita Wester, and the brother of Jalen Wester. As you guys know, Jalen is definitely another one of those guys from Florida, which we're going to get to in a second. He was named FWA first team All-American as a punt returner. Finished the season with 108 receptions, 1,168 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns. Definitely, as I said before, video game numbers, man. Be on the lookout for LaJohntay Wester. Next up we have is Brandon Gant. Now, Brandon Gant, when you turn on the film, you turn on the footage, one of those guys I definitely enjoy watching as far as his highlights. Will knock your teeth loose if you're not careful. He's from Lakeland, Florida, 6'2", 200 pounds. Played at Florida State as far as his previous school. He played in 4 games for Colorado in 2023, starting his first at Colorado against Arizona State in week 6. Recorded 5 total tackles, including 4 unassisted. Saw action on special teams. Have high hopes for him to play a little bit more for the 2024 season. Rated as a 3-star prospect in the transfer portal. Plays with a lot of aggression. Definitely one of those guys willing to come down and make the tackle. He is definitely one of those guys I did have a potential interview with. Be on the lookout for that. As you guys know, right now, they just got so much stuff going on right now. But Brandon Gant is definitely one of those guys I definitely enjoy watching when I cut on the film and I cut on the tape. On3 listed him as the number 118th player in the nation, number 11th safety. But when you cut on the film, you cut on the tape, he's definitely one of those guys you better look out for as the years progress, because he's going to do nothing but get better. Next up we have is Jeremiah Brown. Now, Jeremiah Brown is one of those guys that is returning from last season from Carabel, Florida. I think I pronounced that right. Played in 12 games last season, making 1 start against Oregon in week 4. Recorded 11 tackles, 7 unassisted, 1 pass breakup. Primarily played on special teams, but I expect him to get more playing time at the outside linebacker position along with the inside linebacker position. 6'2", 225. Outside linebacker, did play at Jackson State right up the road from me. In 2 seasons at Jackson State, he played 20 games, recorded 53 tackles, 11 for a loss with 7 sacks, 4 quarterback hurries, 2 forced fumbles, a block kick, and a fumble recovery. He moved from inside linebacker to the edge as a sophomore, responded by playing in all 13 games with 10 starts, coming up with 47 tackles, 10 for a loss, 6 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries, 2 forced fumbles, a block kick, and 1 forced fumble. Definitely is one of those guys you want to definitely look out for the 2024 season. Right now, you guys are looking at Kareem Harden. Now, we already know the weakness of Colorado last season was the offensive line. So, Coach Prime went out there to grab Kareem Harden, who's also a Florida kid from Fort Lauderdale, 6'5", 315, plays with the chip on his shoulder, has veteran leadership, played in 11 games in 2023, started in 4 and of his last 6 games. Made his first career start at the FBS level against Stanford in week 7. Recorded 326 snaps, allowing only 4 sacks, 4 hurries in 11 games. Graded as a 68.3 against Washington State. Have very high hopes for him. Plays with a very high motor. Once again, he is a junior, so will be a senior for the upcoming season. Well, actually next season or whatever the case is. So we have 2 years of eligibility. Definitely one of those guys you want to look out for the 2024 season. But anyway, let's keep the train rolling. Next up we have is Travis J. Now, Travis J, I do have high hopes for the 2024 season. He's from Greenville, Florida, 6'2", 205. Will be a senior for the upcoming season. Previously played at Florida State. He appeared in 4 games for the Buffs during the 2023 season. Recorded in 1 tackle against Utah. Rated as a 3-star prospect. 247 Sports. He is ranked as the number 552 overall player, but I definitely feel like he's going to be one of those guys that's coming in with the chip on his shoulder, has leadership, as I said before, and he is a veteran when he played at Florida State, played in 16 career games with the Florida State Seminoles, totaling 33 tackles, 4 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. Did not see any action during the 2022 season, but he did play in 10 games with 1 start, recorded 17 tackles, 2 interceptions, 4 pass breakups prior to that. But one of those guys, as I said before, from Florida, another Greenville, Florida kid, as I'm ranking all the Florida boys. And I feel like he's definitely going to be one of those guys that's going to come in and get the job done. Next up right now, you guys are looking at Jalen Wester, another kid from Florida that I have very high hopes for the 2024 season. Is a inside linebacker, 6', 205. Will be a junior for the 2024 season from Palmetto, Florida. Comes to Colorado as an undergraduate transfer with 3 years to play 2. Played in 11 games in Florida Atlantic. Started in 5. Finished the season with 55 tackles, 32 unassisted, 7.5 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 quarterback hurry, 2 pass breakups. When I read his statistics and his resume, definitely is one of those guys I feel like will have a major impact for the Colorado Buffaloes. Received CUSA All-Freshman Team honors last season. Led Palmetto as a senior with 124 tackles, including 71 solo and 35 went for a loss. Also recorded 4.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 1 pass defended, 2 forced fumbles, and blocked 3 kicks as well. So he's definitely one of those guys you definitely want to look out for the 2024 season out of Palmetto, Florida. Next up we have is Asad Wasim. Definitely a beast when I tell you guys. I know he's a redshirt freshman, haven't been getting a lot of recognition because he's overshadowed by a lot of great wide receivers. But when you cut on the film, you cut on the tape, or you watch Well Off Media videos, you can see him dominate any and everybody that get in front of him, including starters. 5'11", 175 from Apopka, Florida. Played in 2 games in 2023. Made his college debut on the road against Washington State. Had 1 kickoff return for 9 yards against Utah. And he also appeared in the final 2 games of the season. Very good kid. One of those guys that don't complain. Just get in there and work. One of those guys that's going to learn from veterans in front of him as well. I have high hopes for him in the future. A 3-star prospect as far as high school go. ESPN ranked him as the number 143rd wide receiver. And he also was number 157 player from Florida. But rankings don't mean nothing. It's all about what you do wherever you are and get better and improve from there. Next up we have is Isaiah Hart. Definitely a great football player. He's 5'10", 160 redshirt freshman from Hollywood, Florida. Played in 3 games in 2023 using his red shirt. Made his college debut against TCU. Appeared in first 3 games of the season. Also made plays on special teams. Believe it or not, this guy played wide receiver coming out of high school. He was a 3-star prospect. ESPN ranks him as the number 152nd player from Florida. 24 Sports ranks him as the number 149th player. But when you cut on the film, you cut on the tape, he can definitely play the game. As a junior and senior, he combined to catch 48 passes, 733 yards, 10 touchdowns, also picking up 34 yards on kick return, 104 on punt return for a total of 883 all-purpose yardage. Another one of those guys that will get better gradually over time. He's in front of or around a lot of great defensive backs, so I feel like the more he stay around, the better he will get. So that pretty much wraps up all of my Coach Prime Florida Boys rankings. As I said before, all of these guys are special in their own way. I just want to give you guys some different content, as one of the subscribers wanted me to make a video covering the Florida Boys. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you guys agree or what players from this Florida, as far as on Colorado's roster, do you have high expectations for the 2024 season. We will be doing Texas. I can tell you guys right now, Texas, as far as on Colorado's roster, is full of talent. Definitely was fun making this video right here. Drop a comment, let me know how you guys feel about this video. And if you guys like the video, definitely subscribe to the channel. Peace.